Hi, my name is Diana Ferris, the Director of Training for EdUgents. Today we're going to talk about the new question types that are available in EdUgents. You can access those in Question Bank or through starting a new test. You may access the type of questions through clicking on Type, and you will see the different choices available to you: multiple choice, constructive response, numeric, multi-select, drag and drop, inline choice, hot text, hotspot, text entry, equation editor, and match table grid. We will be discussing each of these. We'll start with multiple choice and work our way through the different types. You can see I chose multiple choice, which gave me 4 answer choices. Reporting category, and the correct answer for this one is going to be A. Now you have a choice of content SEs. They can be lower than grade level or higher. I'm going to check 8, and I'm going to go ahead and do science and put in my SE. You can see the list of SEs, and you can click more than one SE. When you're finished, click off the box. You also have a choice of process SEs. You can include different levels, concept level, so forth, depth of knowledge, Bloom's taxonomy, and include keywords if you choose. You have the option of typing in your question and answers, or you can copy and paste them. If you need to include an image or a picture, you can go to Image Upload and choose a file and include that as well. You can change your width and height of the image in the boxes that are included. As you can see, I have 4 answer choices. If you need to add another choice at the bottom, click Add Choice. As you can see at the top, we no longer have just A, B, C, D, but E is now also included. So we have an additional answer. If you don't want that, or if you don't want an answer choice within, just go ahead and click on the delete icon. This is how you create a multiple choice. When you preview the question, you will see exactly what the student will see. You also have options of using any of the tools in the toolbar. For instance, if you needed to make something bold or italics, you could change the size, you could change the font. So you have all of the options that you would in any kind of Word document. The next type of question is constructive response. This is a short answer type question. You would select constructive response, select your reporting category, your content grade, your course. You will do this every time for each question. When you finish typing in your question, you can choose your response length of no limit, long, short, or custom defined. This just gives you the number of characters that the student will have available to type in. You can preview it and see what that will look like. Save and go back and get ready for your next question. The next type of question is numeric. Most of you are familiar with this. You will note the answer is required, so we're just going to type in an answer right now and type in an easy question. In another video, we've discussed the math editor. This allows you to enter different types of mathematical questions. You can use the arithmetic operators, arrows, Latin, and integrals. You can also click on Generate Alternate Text, and then this will be read to the student. Once you have used the math editor, or you've typed in your question, you can preview it and see what the student will see. The next type of question is multi-select. Choose MS, and this type of question requires more than one answer for the question to be correct. After you've entered your question and answer choices, you can select your answers and preview. In this case, the student would choose 2 correct answers. The next type of question we're going to look at is drag and drop. This requires a student to evaluate a given set of options such as words, numbers, symbols, and drag their answer choice to an area of the item to which the student determines that it would belong. This type of question requires a question text as well as drop zones and drop choices. You will click on the plus symbol to add drop zones, name those, and save that. Once you've established a drop zone, you can edit it with the pencil icon or you can delete it. You may continue adding drop zones by clicking on the plus symbol. You add drop choices in the same manner by clicking on the plus symbol. You can determine if the type is text or image. If it's text, you'll receive a content area where you can type in your information as well as your answer of which drop zone it would be included. Or you may include an image. If it's an image, you will choose a file and then the answer. I will demonstrate this further. I've now entered my question text and now I'm ready for the drop zones. I'm going to click on the plus button and I can use that over and over to create new drop zones. Make sure when you're finished to save, and then you can add another. Now, if I need to edit these, I can use the pencil icon and edit, or if I want to delete a drop zone, I can do that as well. Now I'm ready to add my drop choice. You can add 1, 2, 3, 4, or as many as you need. You can add a type, you can include a text or an image. I'm going to include text, and then I'm going to go across and put in my content. I will need to choose my answer from one of the 2 drop zones that I included earlier. I can also add an image or a picture by clicking on image, and then I'm going to choose a file. And again, I will need to choose an answer. I can continue entering drop choices, putting in the content or a picture, and choosing one of the drop zones. When I have completed, I'll want to go to preview so it saves the question, and then I can go back to the main test and actually see how the student will see this question. I can click on preview and see my question. This is a drop and drag. You can see the text entries as well as the picture, the different categories, and the student would simply drag and drop the answers into the appropriate boxes. The next type of question type we're going to discuss is inline choice. Inline choice allows students to select a response from a drop-down menu placed within the question. So I've chosen inline. Remember to fill out the rest of the information for content and process SEs. Now I'm ready to enter in my question. I can enter the inline part within the question or at the end of the question, wherever I need to. I'm going to put mine at the end. Go up to the inline icon, click on that, and now you can put in your choices. You have 4 choices available. You can also add more by clicking on the plus symbol. The correct answer, and click on insert. You will note the words are now in brackets with the correct answer having an asterisk by it. We can go to the top of the page and click on preview. You'll now see what students will see with the drop-down menu. The next type of question we're going to look at is hot text. So I'll want to select hot text. This type of question allows a student to cite evidence by selecting highlighted text in a sentence, paragraph, or extended reading. Once you've typed in your phrase or your paragraph, you can decide what you want to be hot text. I've selected a question from the online TEA version of the new test. So I'm going to highlight the areas that I want to put in hot text. I've highlighted my phrase, and now I'm going to go to the icon that says hot text and click on that. You'll notice it is now in double brackets. I'm going to continue doing that. And when I'm finished highlighting all the phrases I want to in the paragraph, I'm going to go down and choose the answer. You can see the phrases that I put in hot text are now here, and I can select the correct answer or answer. In this question, there were actually 2 correct answers, so I want to put checks in those boxes. You can also see those phrases are now all in double brackets, with the correct ones having an asterisk within the brackets. Now I can go to the top of the page and preview and see how this question will look to students. The next type of question I want to demonstrate for you is Hotspot. So click on Hotspot. Hotspot is a way of a student responding by selecting one or more specific areas of a graph or a graphic. So I'm going to select my content grade as previously, course, essay, and so on, and then I'm going to type in my question text. You can see I've typed in my question. Now I want to upload an image, so I'm going to choose my file, and you can now see the map that I've chosen, as well as the areas that are on here that I'm going to identify in my question. So now I'm going to add my choices into EduGents. As you can see, when I click the plus button, I got a circle over in this area. So I'm going to drag that to this first circle. I'm going to continue to add circles. I can add them all at once and drag them if I choose, or one at a time. Now, I've placed my circles on the graphic. This particular map already had areas identified with a circle. Clearly, you can use another type of graphic, any graphic you want, and place your answers wherever you want on your graphic. You also have an option of choosing a square or a rectangle for your choices on the graphic. You can see how each circle has a number corresponding to the numbers listed below the choices. You will select your answer based on the number that's on the correct answer. In this case, the answer is Pennsylvania, and the circle by it is 0. So I've selected this as my correct answer. I can preview this on the test that the student will actually see and see how the answers will look. You can see the numbers are no longer included within the circles. So the student will read the question and click in the circle, and you can see how that circle becomes darker, and that is his answer. The next type of question we're going to talk about is match table grid. This allows a student to match statements or objects to different categories presented in a table. You will type in your question text, and then your categories and your items. I've typed in my question text. Using the plus symbol, I've added my categories. You can edit these using the pencil icon or delete them by using the X icon. The next step is to add your items, again using the plus symbol for the number of items you would like to add. You may add text or you may add an image. Be sure to include the correct answer under the category. Once you've finished, you can preview this question and see how students would match these. The next type of question is equation editor. This allows a student to write responses in the form of fractions, expressions, equations, or inequalities. You'll type in your question text, and the student will answer using the equation editor. I've typed in my question, and now I need to type in the answer. You can see the fraction. I can tab over, and this would be the correct answer that the student would need to type in to get the answer correct. The last type of question we're going to discuss is text entry. This type of answer requires a student to respond by typing a string of text or a number, word, or a phrase. I've typed my question, and now I'm going to type in my answer. I'm going to highlight my answer, and then I'm going to go to the text entry icon. You can see my answer has now been placed in brackets with an asterisk indicating that is the correct answer. You could do this anywhere within your sentence or within your paragraph. I'm going to preview this so you can see what it will look like for your students. We've now looked at all the different types of new answer choices and questions within Edugents. There's also a user's guide for further directions. Thank you for your time.